Hi guys, I'm Nick from Psy Exotics. It's the first time I'm in front of the camera and not behind it. And yeah, it's my first vlog of 2020 and I got some bad news to share. So, as you can see behind me, this is my rack and no tubs in it, that means no snakes in it. And my whole collection of ball pythons is gone. That's because of the Nidovirus. The Nidovirus was in my collection and I didn't know about it, so I had a snake. I bought it from a guy who sold his whole collection because he wants to get out of it, and I got some good deals on it. What I didn't know was he found out that he had the Nidovirus and he wanted to make quick money to get loose of his dead snakes. And when I bought the snake, I put them in quarantine and did like 2 months, 3 months, and the snake was fine. But what it is, they can carry the Nidovirus, but you can't see it, and you can carry it for a long time. And yeah, after a month or two, she went sick, and I went to the vet. The vet told me she had some lung issues, and I had to give her some antibiotics. So that's what I did. A week later, I had another snake that went sick, and did the same thing, went to the vet. The vet told me also, same sickness, same treatment. So yeah, I did the treatment, and then in the next month my snakes, I had like 6 to 8 snakes that went sick at the same time. The first 2 went better, came back sick. So it was like a cycle that never ended. And yeah, so I asked around, and a friend of mine told maybe you got the Nidovirus, and I was looking up at Google and saw all the symptoms, and most of my snakes had the symptoms. So what I could do was call a lab for animals, and they sent me some tests. I took some slime from my snakes, put it in a tube, stand in the back, and a couple of days later I got the results, and the result was positive. So I had to euthanize them, and that's what I did. I had 35 snakes. I euthanized them all with my friend, of course. I told my friend about it. He's not in the hobby. He knows my hobby and he supports my hobby. That's how my friend is. But I asked him, look, I got this disease in my collection and this is what I had to do. Could you help me with it and help me carry my snakes to the vet so he can euthanize them in a not painful way? And he said of course. He did that and he supported me with it, and I'm thankful for it. But the next few days were very hard for me because I came in this room where it's supposed to be my snakes and my tarantulas would be, and my snakes weren't here. And of course, in my collection of snakes there were some favorites, like my ghost female. She was very, very gentle and not aggressive at all, not one bit. Like, what I mean with aggressive is like she take out or something or would bite me, but she didn't. And when I threw a rat in her, she would crazy. So she was very gentle with me, and I could do everything with her. So that's the one I miss the most. But of course I miss the rest also. And this thing made me realize that This was a painful lesson, a hard lesson, and it made me realize that I don't get to jump on cheap deals because I wanted to get faster with my projects. So cheap deals is not always good deals, and sometimes there's a door behind it that you can't see, and that was for me was the Nidovirus. And yeah, I learned that when I buy snakes, I have to buy snakes from people who are in the hobby and have a good name, a good rep, and that's the thing I had to learn. It's still better to buy quality from a guy that's a lot in the hobby and you know something about it, you hear good things about it, than a guy you've never seen before and put some ads on the internet to sell some snakes. So my year of breeding ball pythons expanded longer than I was thinking, that I had it in my mind. So that was the thing. And as you can see, the racks are empty, the tubs are cleaned, are disinfected with 2 products that I'm certainly 100% sure of that all bacteria are dead. As those racks, all my wooden racks are moved out this place. I only have these racks now. I'm sitting in front of a rack for adult ball pythons. It's the same material as this one. And I'm not going to work with wood again. I'm working only with professional racks. Yeah, it's a tough thing because to talk about it, because it reminds me of what I lost. But I want to go out with it. I want to tell my story that I lost my snakes and my ball pythons because of the Nidovirus, and I don't want to forget about it. Now I want to talk about it because it's something that goes around in the industry. I don't want to be the guy that stayed quiet and didn't help another people. What I can do now is tell you, like, if you want to buy a snake, check if the person is good and have a good reputation. And if you have other snakes and you want to buy a new one from a guy you don't know about, you put them in quarantine, not in your collection. You put them in another room far away from it, and wait for 3 to 6 months to introduce that snake into your snake collection, just to be sure that it has no disease. So yeah, as I was saying, I had the Nidovirus, I lost all my snakes. I have to start all over again, and I will. I'm addicted to it. I love snakes now. I was afraid of it, but I love it now. And the thing is, I want to breed them, I want to make some beautiful morphs, and yeah, I will enjoy this journey, and I will learn from this process, just from this also. It was a hard lesson. I'm something like grateful that my collection was like 1,000 snakes or a couple hundred snakes. Yeah, that is my first video of 2020, and I had bad news. But in the future I will show you my new snakes and what I'm going to breed, what my plans are with snakes and tarantulas, and definitely for sure I learned my lesson about Nido and the other diseases that are around. So hopefully you can take something from my story, and yeah, learn from my mistakes and don't make the same as I did, because as you can see, I have no snake left. This was my video, guys. I'm sorry it's not a happy video or anything else, but it's a video that brings not so good news. Yeah, don't forget to like, subscribe and comment something below. Thank you for watching, and see you in another video. Bye bye.